Well, we just got off to a really poor start. We had 5 turnovers before the first media, and also I thought our shot selection was poor except for Hunter early, and so it was just a bad recipe. I thought we were a step slow in defensive transition. They're so good in transition. We were just behind the play, and I thought we did good in the half-court defense, but they really hurt us in defensive transition. It's hard to win. You know, they made 11 threes. We ended up making 8, a lot of those late. They're plus 10 at the line, and then, you know, the turnovers were really hard for us when we haven't really turned it over like that. So it's a credit to Pat and his team. He's got a really nice team, deep team. They can really shoot it. They play hard defensively. They've got great cohesiveness. I thought, you know, we lost our composure a little bit there when it got a little got loud in the building. Not that we've never been in a loud building, but situation, you know, we had some interesting technicals called on us. You know, I thought that we fought hard to finish it, but no moral victories. You know, but credit to Pat and his team. I knew they were good coming in, and what I saw in person was true. You know, Smith's an interesting guy to guard because, you know, if you can't really help because then he gets open. So then he becomes a screener when you don't help, and then they get, you know, back cuts and lobs. And so we had to kind of mix it up going with him, and he's going to make some. Edwards is a good player, aggressive. You know, Chucky's playing at a high level as a point guard. He's really doing a great job running their team. So, you know, I think they're going to finish strong in our league, would be my guess. And you know, we've got a tough stretch where we just came off Duke, Carolina here, and now we got Pitt at home on Saturday before we go to California. And so we just got to regroup. We're just halfway through the conference. I mean, that's the thing. I know it's a tough loss, but we're 7-3, and you know we got 10 more to go. So, any questions? Nope. Oh, I was ready to go. I knew you'd say something.
You probably can't say much, but were the technical fouls for talking to the officials? I know the last one was for the
taunting. I think the technical first one on Hunter is a culmination of him getting an absolutely horrendous whistle in our league. He shot 25 free throws in 10 games. He's one of the premier players in our league, and one of the nicest young men, if not the nicest young man I've ever coached. And so I'm sure he was just frustrated. But that's not how you handle that, and he knows that. So I don't know about the first one because, I mean, there's 14,533 people in the building and yelling and screaming. I don't know how. I couldn't hear it, and I'm standing on the court. But I have to trust what the ref says. But he doesn't get a good whistle because he's not a guy that lives at the three-point line. He's a driver. And so, you know, it is what it is, but that's something I just have to address, you know, with the league. Thank you for that question.
Coach, if you could just talk about, especially in the first half, Louisville offensively seemed to get some pretty good looks against your defenses, you know, normally very stingy.
I thought they got them off transition, and I thought they got them off 50-50 balls. They're really good at 50-50. They were beating us to the ball, maybe some offensive rebounds. I played more zone in the first half than I really wanted to because we got buried a little bit there. But I thought the majority of their looks, I'd have to go back and watch it, were more in transition than they were in the half court. Early on, they had a hard time scoring as we did, you know. But then they got on that run. Did they make 3 threes in a row at one point, I think? I don't know exactly how they got them, but my guess is that, you know, transition or some type of 50-50 ball. I don't think it was pretty out of their initial set. I'd be surprised if they got much out of that, but I'd have to go back and look, to be honest. I don't have that good a memory.
Steve, how much of a gap would you say is there a gap between Duke and Louisville and the rest of the league?
What did you just see us play Duke? Does it look like there was a huge gap?
No, but Duke is on a 14-game winning streak, and their average win in the league is 20.
Okay, well, then you put Louisville in that group too?
Well, their average coming in tonight was 15.
Yeah.
And they've had one, the game at Pitt was only single digit.
Have they been to Duke?
They Duke came here, and that's the
Yeah.
only time.
I mean, I think Duke's playing at a really high level. I mean, because they have a extremely generational player in Cooper Flagg. I mean, he's everything and more that he can handle, you know, and he's a very unselfish player. After that, I mean, I don't know. I think we're all kind of right in that mix, to be honest with you. You know, some of it's where you play them, you know, and unfortunately we have to come here and they don't get to come to us. You know, we have a very hard place for people to play at where we play too. I mean, don't take me wrong here. I think I've overly stated that I think what the type of job Pat is doing here, and I think he's like, I'm not surprised either, because I played against him when I was at East Tennessee State. But as far as the league is concerned, I don't know. We're only halfway through. But if you ask me about Duke, I would tell you, yeah, Duke's they're everything you can ask for and more. And you know, we did everything in our power. We had a chance to go up 8 twice in the second half, couldn't do it, and then they just went at us, and it was hard. You know, made it hard for us. And so I think they're a step above everybody else, to answer your question.
Anything else? Thanks.
40